Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel, and by the video title you know what this video is about. We're discussing of course some NFL news and updates. I've been doing a lot of basketball news. Of course, the trade deadline is coming up for the NBA on the 6th, so there'll be a lot of basketball news to be seeing, but some NFL news is coming up as well. There's a lot of things happening. The Super Bowl of course is this week. We'll see the Eagles and Chiefs. Hopefully the Eagles can pull it off so we can stop the three-peat. But the Chiefs are a good team of course, Patrick Mahomes, amazing player, amazing quarterback, and you got Jalen Hurts. The Eagles team well balanced all around. We're going to see who walks out and who will be champion. But we also seen some news today. Myles Garrett officially asked for a trade. I thought maybe at first it's probably one of those rumors. They're like, okay, he's rumored to ask for a trade, but it was an official statement from him. I remember I searched his name. It was like an official statement that he put out asking for a trade. And Myles Garrett, the statement right here. The statement said that Myles Garrett, he was saying, as a kid, I dreaming of the NFL. I always focus on what is the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And that goal fuels me today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns have made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have shaped me into the man that I am today. While I love calling the city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It was always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I have requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett. That was a statement he put out today. So yeah, he said it was never a goal to go from Cleveland to Canton. He said, I was dreaming of the NFL as a kid. I always dreamed of being Super Bowl champion. Of course, being on the Cleveland Browns, he said he loved the fan base, the Northeast Ohio, loved the fan base there. But he said, it was never my goal to be a great player in Cleveland, just go to Canton. I want to be a great player in Cleveland. I want to win a Super Bowl. And they don't go to Canton like that. I just want to be a player, just another spoke on the wheel. And that's for anybody. Anybody want to go out there and be have a chance, opportunity. And the Browns really had 1 year where they gave them a close chance for that. But really haven't done it a lot because, the quarterback situation is very inconsistent. They had, they had first when he got there, he got there in 2018, I think. So they had a lot of different guys. Sean Kaiser and the Sean Kaisers. You had Baker Mayfield. You got Deshaun Watson playing. James Winston came in and played the quarterback position. Joe Flacco. Yeah, all different individuals who coming out there who playing quarterback for you, and it's been kind of shaky for him and stuff. And Myles Garrett numbers are pretty good. It says since 1982, it says Myles Garrett 102 sacks is fifth most by any player in the first 8 seasons since it became an official stat in 1982. Reggie White has 124 his first 8 years. Marcus Ware had 111. TJ Watt has 108 his first 8 years. Jerry Allen 105, and then Myles Garrett number 5 with 102.5 sacks. So yeah, Myles Garrett is a big time player. Defensive player of the year last year. Amazing player. I always say him and TJ Watt are the top 2 guys. I think Watt first, and then I put Myles Garrett second, right underneath them, right there, 1A, 1B type guys in the league. So a guy like that asking for a trade, I don't know what the asking price is going to be. Most likely a first round pick and some other stuff, but we'll see exactly where he lands. He said he want to be able to compete for a Super Bowl, so it's probably contending teams that'll be going after him. So it's going to be maybe the Lions. They do need some pass rushers. I know they'll get their guy back, Hutchinson. Next year he'll be back from injury, and they need another pass rusher because Hutchinson, he got injured early in the year. He still led their team in sacks, which is crazy. He missed about 12, 13 games and still led the team in sacks. So that shows you the problem you have right there. And you look at the I know people said the Eagles, maybe the Eagles always gunning for the next big talent, next big thing as well. So I think the Eagles probably could be interested in that. Some people said the Texans, but I'm looking at the Browns. They might not trade them within the AFC. They might trade them within to the other conference. So the Falcons is another team as well. The Falcons, they got some talent, some potential. I don't know if Myles Garrett will go there fully, but most likely going to be one of those big time teams. 49ers maybe. You never know. What team is going to go for it and go out there and get him, because he has no trade clause on his contract, right? I think. If I'm not mistaken, right? So I think he might be able to choose the destination if I'm not mistaken, because he should have a no trade clause on there. But we'll see exactly where he lands. So a lot of people should be gunning for Myles Garrett. Every team should be gunning for Myles Garrett. Every team. I know I'm a Steeler fan, had TJ Watt on my team, but imagine TJ Watt with Myles Garrett. TJ Watt is already the best edge rusher. But imagine the best edge rusher and the second best edge rusher in the league on the same team. Like that, 1A, 1B type guys on there. 2 former defensive player of the years on the same team at the same time. You got Watt on one side, you got Myles Garrett on the other side, Cam Hayward in the middle. That'd be crazy right there. We'll give the Browns a first round pick, Alex Highsmith, and a 4th or 5th or something. But they won't do that, of course, because they're not trading them within the division. That'd be foolish. You'd be playing TJ Watt and Myles Garrett every week. 2 times a year. and then you got to put him if you meet him in the playoffs as well. I don't think you're going to do that stuff, so that'd be kind of bad. But they probably would trade him most likely to the NFC side, and we'll see exactly where he lands. But it's still crazy. He asked for a trade. The Browns, make that decision to get Deshaun Watson has backfired a lot because they tied their money up a lot. Should have waited till because he already got extended with the Texans at one point. So the Browns traded for him. They extended his contract, made it fully guaranteed. They should have just waited. Just wait to see what happens. Just be patient. He got there. He's going to play, and you could have seen and save yourself the trouble. But they paid him all that money right away, and now they're in a bad situation right now. So we'll see what happens. But the top free agents, of course, right now, you look at some of the top free agents. Quarterbacks, you got Sam Darnold. His name going to be circulating around for a lot of different teams, of course. A lot of teams that need a quarterback. And maybe a guy they want to have like as a bridge guy who potentially becomes good, then you just keep him around. Or a guy they just want to hey, see if we can get the most of what we got right now. So we'll see where he'll land. Russell Wilson, of course, name is still up available for a lot of people. He played pretty solidly last year. So we'll see exactly where he goes. Daniel Jones, Cooper Rush, Mason Rudolph, Joe Flacco. Daniel Jones, thinking of Daniel Jones, I'm trying to see exactly because I can see him. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually got another opportunity. I don't know where. Fully, the Titans, they got a lot of situations. Maybe the Titans go out there and get a Sam Darnold, but they also had a first-round pick, the first pick of the draft to get Shedeur Sanders as well. So would you go to approach of maybe drafting a veteran and then drafting a young quarterback to sit behind the veteran to learn, or would you go to approach of just saying, I'm gonna get this guy right here and get Sam Darnold or get a Daniel Jones, get somebody like that and see if I can build around them and see what happens. But I don't know if you want to do that or not, so we'll see what happens with that. Jameis Winston is still available. Justin Fields. The Steelers should be looking to bring Justin Fields back. Justin Fields was doing pretty good with the Steelers. 4-2 record, 10 touchdowns to just I think 1 turnover in those 6 games he started. Played pretty good, and the Steelers was number 1 in the AFC North. He played pretty good football, and they had him kind of handicapped a little bit. They didn't want him to throw the ball down the field or anything. They kind of had him do a lot of things up close. So I want to see how he look when they put weapons on the outside. Bring receivers in on the outside, and then you put some weapons around and see how Justin Fields look fully when he has the full repertoire and the full arsenal to go out there and do what you want to do. But he'd probably be going back to Pittsburgh most likely. Brissett, you got Andy Dalton, you got Drew Lock, Tyler Huntley, Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, Trey Lance, Joshua Dobbs. Trey Lance, he's still very young. I think he may be the same age as me. I think he's 23. But he's just been, he had the opportunity with the 49ers. Didn't work out too well. At the Cowboys, play a little bit, but he has potential. I think somebody would probably take a chance on him. He's 6'5", got a strong arm. He has the intangibles, but you kind of have to find somebody to develop him a lot more. So it'd be somebody to probably take a chance on him and see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Milton get an opportunity as well, because he played pretty good his last game. The last game of the season with the Bills played the Patriots. He played against the Bills and played pretty good. He had a strong arm, has good the ability to be a dual threat quarterback as well. I think he's 6'5", I think as well. So he was a guy who was drafted, I think the 6th round or something, 6th, 7th round from Tennessee. And in college, you see the potential that he has, but you need to see him develop more with his accuracy and stuff. And he looked pretty good at last game, so I wouldn't be surprised if the team took a chance on that either. But those are some of the top quarterbacks. Running backs, of course, you got Aaron Jones, you got Nick Chubb. Those are some top names that be circulating around. The Cowboys should be jumping on Nick Chubb and some different guys, to bring some guys in because they need a back. That's something they struggled with last year, and not being able to run the ball, not having the consistency in the backfield. They should be jumping on that a lot. But Aaron Jones, of course, available. Rico Dowdle. You got Javonte Williams. You got Najee Harris from the Steelers. We'll see if the Steelers bring him back or not. But Najee Harris probably will be getting pursued by, I think, the Chargers, a team that want him. The Broncos was interested in him, the Raiders. One of those teams like that in the West, I think they would like him, especially the Chargers. Chargers love those power running backs, especially since Harbaugh is there as well. So they'll love to have Najee Harris there. You got J.K. Dobbins, of course, and Kareem Hunt, Jalen Warren, Jordan Mason, Kenneth Gainwell. You got Cam Akers and Khalil Herbert. So you got some guys. There's some guys in here that's pretty solid. So pretty good running backs in here that's very productive. So we'll see where they land, of course. On wide receivers, of course, T. Higgins is the top name. I don't know exactly where he'll go. The Patriots have some money. Now, Patriots could go to approach to saying, you know what, let me go out there and get a receiver in the draft. Let me get McMillan. McMillan, the top receiver in the draft. Or I think the Patriots might take Mason Graham. Get Mason Graham's a very good player because you can probably do that in free agency if you go out there and address the need and say, let me spend some money and bring T. Higgins in or something. Or T. Higgins might be in Tennessee. You never know. I thought one of those teams could bring a guy like that in, especially the Titans would be probably the best team to do it because bring T. Higgins in if you draft Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, they have T. Higgins right there on the outside, and you add some other pieces around, maybe in the draft too as well, to kind of give them targets and give them weapons around. You might can have something pretty nice over there. We'll see what happens though. Chris Godwin's another name as well. I hope my Steelers can get on the Chris Godwin like deal and stuff. But a lot of teams will be gunning for Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin is a good player, former All-Pro, multiple-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion as well. We'll see exactly where he lands. Stephon Diggs, of course. Maybe the Texans probably bring him back. He only played 1 year there, but that's the injuries with the ACL, so we'll see how he looks. Keenan Allen, he should be probably going back to the Bears, but we'll see. Amari Cooper, you got Kevontae Turpin, Josh Palmer, Darius Slayton is a sleeper pick as well. I feel like in the right team, he can be very productive because the Giants, you look at his numbers and you watch him, he's been kind of pretty solidly consistent, like that, a solid player, maybe as a second or third option for you, that'd be consistent in a sense. So, hey, you bring a guy like that on your team, especially a team that needs like more depth, he'd be pretty good, I think. Marcus Robinson, you got Nick Westbrook, and you got Marquise Brown, Robert Woods, Nelson Aguilar, DeAndre Hopkins, of course, he's in the Super Bowl right now. Mike Williams, De'Ami Brown, MVS, and then Brandon Cooks. I forgot Brandon Cooks was a Cowboy last year, but he has some injuries. So we'll see exactly where some of these guys go. Tight ends, of course, Zach Ertz, Tyler Conklin, Juwan Johnson, Austin Hooper, Tommy Tremble. Tight end group is kind of solid. It's all right. Ain't the best free agency of tight ends. Offensive tackles and stuff as well. Offensive guards. They have Zach Martin should be up. Zach Martin in the free agent. Trey Smith as well. So you have some guys there too. Centers, Ryan Kelly, free agent as well. So it's a lot of guys. Khalil Mack said he's coming back as well. So as an edge rusher, you got Khalil Mack. You got the Marcus Lawrence as well. So you got Chase Young. So there's some guys. Josh Sweat. He's in the Super Bowl right now, but he will be coming back. Be free agent too as well. The Eagles might be able to bring him back, but after the Super Bowl victory, so sometimes contracts go up a little bit. So it might be hard to bring everybody back. So there's a lot of guys out there. A lot of guys that you'll probably see on different teams, and some people to go out there, especially receivers. I think the receiver free agency class right now, and all the free agents in 2025 for the receivers are crazy. So you have Stephon Diggs and the Amari Coopers, the Chris Godwins, the Mike Williams, the Keenan Allens. There's a lot of talent there. So I think we'll see some contending teams go out there and make some moves and get some teams to get your team back up to being ready. I know my Steelers need to go out there and get some receivers, go out there and make sure you get Justin Fields back as a quarterback and add some pieces, maybe a defensive tackle. I think Milton Williams is gonna be a free agent. Add him like that, or somebody like around that range. Javon Hargrave, a former Steeler, bring him in or something. So we're gonna see a lot of teams going out there and trying to make some moves and trying to make some trades. We probably see some trades probably happening as well after the Super Bowl, because some guys, maybe, you never know. I'll be surprised. You would be surprised to see like a crazy trade may happen. Because Myles Garrett asked for a trade, but some other people too. I know people have rumors about Kyler Murray maybe getting traded, Matthew Stafford, some other individuals. So we'll never know. We have to wait until after the Super Bowl and things kind of heat up, and that's when we get things kind of going. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.